we hung out on video set for 12 hours.
Wow.
Just like dicking around. To show you his personality, he walks in my green room going, somebody shave me. I need some Gillette. He said, we can get you a deal there.
White t-shirts, I'm the greatest.
T.I. called Eminem and Andre 3000 two of the best rappers he has ever worked with, highlighting their exceptional skill and artistry.
Man, Em is, man, probably one of the most talented, capable, intellectual technicians of wordplay I have ever experienced. Like, he's really meticulous with his approach to how he put his shit together. And both times we worked, I had the opportunity of sitting there and watching him, like, actually put this shit together. And, it was just truly of another world, for real. That shit was just on some other shit. And I just, him and 3000, him and Eminem and Andre 3000 are the most meticulous artists I've ever worked with. You know what I mean? So those two guys are really up there for me.
How you? Eminem came in the dressing room, we kicked it.
Bro, you bad, bro. For real, I want to tell you, man.
Yo, the new album is crazy.
Appreciate it.
It's crazy. I had that on my Rolling Stone top 5 list. You never know, man. You might see the Outkast Eminem collaboration. They really gonna be mad then. That's the craziest outfit, dog. You never know what's gonna happen.
I mean, at the time, Eminem was opening up. Crazy. Like after Warren G, Eminem was going on. So that just shows you the level that we was at, that we were on. He could have headlined.
In an interview with Lil Wayne, boxer Terrence Crawford shared how deeply honored he was to have Eminem walk him to the ring, calling it a surreal and unforgettable moment.
I hope you realize how much of a legend you are, because you got Eminem to walk out with you.
Definitely.
He don't do that for nobody.
For nobody.
Man, him don't even come out for shows, nothing.
Hey, I was thrown by that. What? Like when he commented on my status on my post on Instagram, I was just like, whoa. Then I commented on it, then he replied. Then he hit me in the inbox. I'm like, oh, it's really going down. It's going down. So it was just like, I was kind of skeptical until he got there, and then when he got there, I was just like, oh, this for
real. Yeah, man. Shout out him, man.
But everything just worked out the way it posted to.
Yeah.
45 Slim Shady, baby. Slim Shady is the haziest.
Yo, I can't believe
the shadiest. Slim Shady, y'all.
I can't believe Eminem loves this guy. Eminem is like your #1 fan.
I dig Eminem too. It's always like, I love Eminem, but when you see him in person, you think he's happy. He don't say a fucking word, man. If I want to say hi, but he's like you remember the Village of the Damned, those blonde head kids off. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Village of the Damned, he looks like that, blonde hair, blue eyes, just looking straight at a motherfucker. You don't know if he's like those little kids. He start thinking shit, your hands start crippling up. Village of the Damned. Remember those little blonde head kids? I don't know. He's one of them little evil. Get me all twisted up and having arthritis.
We gotta get them in the room.
Oh,
that's
shit.
it.
At the 2001 Grammy Awards, Eminem and Elton John performed Stand Together in a moment that shocked many.
For me, Eminem was never homophobic. I mean, I listened to the whole of the Marshall Mathers album when I drove to a show in Southampton, and I was floored by it. And I thought, how can anyone think this is, he's just writing about the way things are, not how he thinks, but the way things are. And I did the Grammys with Marshall, and I became very big friends with Marshall.
Not everyone has been a fan of Eminem, as Michael Jackson was notably upset with him for mocking him in the Just Lose It music video.
Tell us how that hurt you and how you're feeling about it now.
I've never met Mr. Eminem, and to have him, I've always admired him, and to have him do something like that was pretty painful as an artist to another artist. And I just don't want to say too much more than that, but he should be ashamed of himself, what he's doing. And when he speaks, people listen. And it was wrong of Eminem to do what he did. I've been an artist most of my life doing what I do, and I've never attacked another fellow artist. Great artists don't do that. You don't have to do that.
Tyler, the Creator, once criticized Eminem's Recovery album as whack, leading to tension and a diss from Eminem. But Tyler later expressed regret and said he'd like to apologize in person.
Eminem put out this album called Recovery. It's 2010. I was a big Eminem fan, and when that album came out, I fucking hated it. Hated it. Publicly was like, this shit is whack. Didn't like it. I felt so bad about those tweets and things like that because thinking from his perspective, someone like me publicly saying that stuff and him getting off drugs and being clean and getting to a point in his life that's behind him, and me implying like, you need to, no, this shit is what, he probably felt like I was attacking him. I thought I was just like, I don't like the music. He was in a different part of his life and probably felt like I was attacking him.
Tyler, create nothing, I see why you called yourself a It's not just cause you lack attention, it's because you worship the 12 balls, you're sacrilegious.
And now I feel so bad about saying that stuff because my perspective was so limited. And I love him. That dude taught me how to rap. I learned how to put words together in rhythm because of some of the Eminem stuff I was hearing and storytelling and things like that. So after watching that show, that gave me perspective, and I felt terrible. This is a few months ago. I felt so terrible about some of the things I said about that Recovery album because I realized that was a big step and meant a lot to him. And my young stupid ass was like, oh, I want to hear the same song and dance, and I love the Eminem show, but like, he's not there anymore. I felt terrible. And if I ever see him, like, I want to tell him that, like, in person.
The Up in Smoke tour, Eminem's not quite Eminem yet.
The tour's going great. I'm here. It's Wednesday, I got killed yesterday. I don't know how that can happen, but it did.
But he's still Eminem, you know, he came out in the jumpsuit and shit.
Yeah.
But what was y'all's like friendship like, and so, like your guys' chemistry was pretty crazy on songs.
Nah, it was good, man. I think we just cut from the same cloth as far as where our taste in hip hop is, right? So, you know, everybody has their own original way of presenting themselves, and you know, he's definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of the greatest, you know what I'm saying? And so seeing him, you know, now from then is dope to be able to see how the integrity of what he's doing is still intact and still in place.
Jelly Roll said he was deeply honored that Eminem wanted to work with him on the Somebody Save Me record, calling it the surreal full circle moment in his career.
Cool story about Eminem is his I believe his publicist, his assistant who kind of runs the record label. I don't want to call her assistant because she's so much more.
Sure.
But he's had like the same 4 people around him for his entire career.
Wow.
Entire career.
Amazing.
So you don't really talk to, you know, he's the wizard, man. He's the biggest selling artist of our generation. He sold more records than Elvis. You know what I mean? I mean, wow. It's insane when you think about how big, you know, you don't really get to see the wizard a lot.
Yeah.
But I've seen the wizard now and hung out with him, and he's a great guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's really down to earth. He's super honest, and he's very intentional with his words. And we hung out on video set for 12 hours.
Wow.
Just like dicking around. To show you his personality, he walks in my green room going, somebody shave me. I need some Gillette. He said, we can get you a deal there. So Paul calls and he's like, send me the Save Me record. I think Marshall wants to with it. Wow. And that's all he said. So you know me, I'm like, you know how rap works. I'm like, I'm fixing to get an Eminem remix. Like, he's just going to drop a verse in my lap one day. Like, I don't know when, and I don't care. Whenever it comes, just thank you, God, you know? And I had already told Kells that story back then. And Kells is a real friend. You know, where Kells is just like, yo, that's huge. Keep me posted. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's cheering for me. Like, at heart, his heart is like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, you don't have a problem with
Kells being MGK.
Kells being MGK. He's like, yo, you don't have a problem. So this is like, I probably shouldn't stamp it too much, but this is 18 months ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like, so I get to the point, I don't think it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just like, it didn't happen. It's whatever, you know, it works. And then I get the call, it's like, yo, it's going on the record. It's closing the record. I'm like, what? Now, on the other side, John's having to do straight business with Paul. Like, hey, Paul, You know, Kells and Jelly have known each other for 15 years on and off. And here's where Paul's a good dude too. Paul's like, yo, man, we love Jelly, man. Just appreciate you telling us.
Yeah.
Never got brought up.
Prior to their feud, Machine Gun Kelly frequently expressed admiration for Eminem, calling him his idol and a major inspiration in his music career.
What I think of the Marshall Mathers LP too, I'm still scared to listen to it. I'm scared to listen to it because that's my idol. You know what I'm saying? That's my idol, and of course I'm gonna love anything he does. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I would hope people would be the same with me. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, have I listened to it? No. Am I scared to listen to it? Yes. Do I want to listen to it? Dude, I wanted to listen to it the second I even heard he was recording it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like scared to make that step. Like, because I don't ever want to look at my idol like. In high school, my room looked like high school and middle school. I had a Eminem poster on my wall. It was the Eminem poster where he had like a gray hoodie on, and no shirt, and like matching gray sweatpants.
That was hard. Back in the day, more rap was just for a certain type of person. You had to go through certain things. You had to know certain words and criteria to be in the rap scene.
Was it originally black?
Yes.
Now it's everything.
It's everything, yeah.
My kids listen.
Yeah, there's a lot of, man, one of the greatest rappers is Eminem, and he's white. You know what I mean?
Lloyd Banks has consistently respected Eminem and worked with him during his G-Unit days under Shady Records, with Eminem supporting and producing for him.
Me and M got a record, it's called Where I'm At, and it's crazy. You know, lyrically it's taking you to another place. I've had records with him, you know, prior to this, you know, or he's been on my records and I've been on his album, but this is a unique record and it's powerful. I've been in the studio with Eminem since like 2003, you know, maybe even a little before that, but yeah, you know, it's just the same thing with him, you know, he's just all business with it, and it's full of music in there too, you know, he dissects the beat down to every little sound, even when he's mixing, you know, it's like a word for word thing opposed to like 2 bars or 2 bars. He kind of like wants everything to be like on. This is somebody who, if you notice, every time he puts out an album, he has 2 albums worth of material. So, you know, it's evident that he's working, you know, harder than the average artist. So I take that all in mind, you know, when I'm recording, you know.
Eminem and 50 Cent once pranked Lloyd Banks by claiming they heard a rumor that he didn't want Eminem on his album, The Hunger for More 2. Only to surprise him afterward by presenting his gold plaque for the hit single Beamer, Benz, or Bentley.
Well, I guess Paul had reached out or whatever and to see if he wanted me to be on the record, and he said that he wasn't sure if he wanted to have me on the record or whatever. So you said something to somebody about you didn't want him on the record?
Why would I say that? To who? Who can make that connection?
I'm gonna be straight up with you, right? I think shit is getting a little funny between me, you, and Ye, and everything else that's going on. But this nigga's, look how crazy it is even getting him to rap on your actual record. And I don't understand what's going on anymore. You see what I'm saying?
I'll do whatever. I'm saying I'll do whatever.
Yeah, it just feels.
And but where could that come from? Who communicates with?
I don't know. I'm just, when I talk to Paul pulled me to the side, and he's talking to me like, yo, what's going on? Like, why they don't want him? Are you kidding me? He's the biggest rapper. You can't get anything bigger than this. And I'm like,
well, maybe this is pretty big right here. This gold plaque you want to present. I want me to tell you. I'm proud of you, John. There's a camera right there.
There's a camera right there.
What the f is going on?
Yeah, you see his face? He was like, what? Why would I say something like that?
I don't understand the communication.
I don't understand. How did that get up? Jesus.
But like, I remember the first time I met Eminem was at his studio in Detroit. Mm-hmm. And I remember getting to the studio. Of course, it's exactly what you think Eminem's studio will be.
Yeah.
It's laid, it's spacious. The couches are red. There are plaques on the wall.
Yeah.
There's a refrigerator full of Diet Coke. Cause he loved Diet Coke. And so,
you know, like he got arcades in this shit. So I'm like, I'm over by the arcades, and I'm just waiting on him to get there.
Yeah.
And so there's a picture. You can actually Google this if you type B.O.B. Eminem. It's a picture of I'm wearing this Mesquite shirt.
Mesquite.
I'm wearing this black Mesquite shirt, and it's like a earth with an alien on it. And it say B.O.B. And I'm dapping up Eminem like, and like. When the first thing he said to me was like, "Yo, you a star, dude."
Ooh.
And I was like, Eminem, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers told me I'm a star. And I didn't believe, you gotta understand, like, it's a certain like hunger that you have as an artist that even when your idol tells you a star, you still like are like, nah, I need to prove it. Like, nah, niggas don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But that shit was wild, bro, because I was like, I really thought like, what is he seeing me that makes him think I'm a star? You know what I'm saying? And this was like I'll Be in the Sky, Bobby Ray. You know what I mean?
Young Buck spoke about working with Eminem in the studio, saying he makes rapping look effortless and expressing deep respect for his talent and work ethic.
I'm just one of them motherfuckers where it's like, man, listen. He could be rapping and then the next thing to see him producing and rapping and doing it all at once and making it, and then you get to hear the shit that he's saying and doing. It's like, man, who the is this? Is this God himself rapping like this? Like, you know, it's just, this shit ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Some people might make it look easy, but it's not. He wanna make this shit look easy while he doing this shit. So yeah, I always give him and Dre they props, you know what I mean? But
Drake has publicly praised Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time, most notably during a concert in Detroit, Eminem's hometown.
And he was just like, man, you know, he's like, just enjoy it. He didn't tell me like, you know, a lot of people would be like, oh, it's nothing. He didn't make it seem like it's not a big deal. He was like, but if you need reassurance before your verse comes, he's like, look at me, man. I'll give it back to you. You know, like he was like, just look at me and I will reassure you that you belong on that stage. And I did. I came out there, I looked right at him, and he nodded at me, and that's when I knew, like, I'm okay up here.
Make some noise for the greatest rapper to ever get on a microphone. He goes by the name of Eminem.
Say anything that you think could be compatible to Eminem. You know, he's sold over like 90 million records. There's nobody that you can look at and you can point to and say that is equivalent. He's the bridge culturally for hip hop culture to lose its color, for everybody to feel like they want to participate and be a part of it. No Eminem, no Rolls Royces and Ferraris for these that you see. Do you see what I'm saying to you now? They won't be able to earn the same amount of money off of the projects that they have going on because there wouldn't be that many consumers of it. So when they would look and go, oh, why he sold more records than the rest? Oh, because he's white. Bro, you could get whoever you think is the best, put him in the room with him. When I'm doing 13 million records, the Marshall Mathers LP is doing 23 million records. So I'm always clear that there's room for growth.
Again, to his credit, Em is such a genuine human being, right? And a genuine fan of this art form.
I gotta ask him what he said on this part. On this one part, I never understood it. Like, I couldn't make out exactly what it was.
Now you gotta listen. Never assume it is negative because I'm upon what you've been missing.
The doc is dope. I would have been down with rock, but I'll be broke by the punk. I'm opening up my trunk to reveal death. Living it up, my life is like a story. Yelling it because nobody else is telling it. Checking it, always getting paid because the rap is sort of a twist between what you needed and what I mean. What I mean by twist, nah, you gotta listen. What the fuck, what was that right there?
Never a segment is negative because I'm employing what you've been missing.
Never a segment is negative because I'm upon what you've been missing.
Never a segment is negative.
How the fuck did you say that shit? Goddamn.
She just came out. It's not his fault. He's great. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter what color you are, right? It's not his fault. He has that gift to be able to take those cadences, some of mine I hear in there too, and just work them that way, right? That's his gift. His subject matter allowed him to reach into areas that the average copper-colored artist could not, just by virtue of it, of who he is and where he came from. But that doesn't take away from the skill set. You still got a right to rap. You know what I mean?
LL Cool J shared that while working on Murdergram Do with Eminem, they reported their verses separately at Dr. Dre's studio. He laid down his part first, then Eminem listened, wrote his verse, and recorded it, with both meeting in the booth only at the very end.
This next song is a joint I did with Eminem.
The last one.
Murdergram. It's called Murdergram Do. I had a song on Mama Said Knock You Out called Murdergram. So I said, you know what? We're gonna do a song together. When Q-Tip made the beat, I was sitting there and he was going, he was playing that beat. I was like, yo, Tip, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, me and M would be crazy on here. He's like, yeah, definitely, big bro. I said, so I hit M, I call M, I'm like, yo, I think I got a joint. He's like, oh, he sent it to me. So I sent him the song just to hear the beat. Once he heard the beat and he agreed to do it, then we went in the studio. And what we actually did was, me and M actually went to Dr. Dre's studio and recorded it out in LA. We went together in the studio. And the way the process is I would write my rhyme,
okay,
right? Then I would lay it. Then I would leave. He would come in. He would hear it. I would leave. He would write his rhyme. He would record. I would and we went back and forth in the booth without seeing each other record until we did the very last thing together where I kind of come together with him a little bit, with the Veni Vidi Vici stomp him and making them bonkers. There's one line where I came in the room and we kind of worked out the last part.
You met Eminem, but you accidentally spilled water on him? How did that happen?
Oh my, you see, I don't look like this happens to me, but I have terrible stage fright.
Oh.
As I was ready to come out, he was on stage playing Losers, but I didn't know that.
Surprise.
And in this moment, I'm like more nervous, and he comes out exactly on the side that I am in. And I'm so nervous. I go, I love you.
You're shaking the water.
I spit it out. I drank and I said, I love it.
That got so much worse. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then I see that he's like in shock with water all over, and I go,
first of all,
I'm sorry. And they're like, go, I'm sorry. And then they're like, go, and I go, somebody take a picture. He took a picture, and then I left.
You both look terrified.
That's so humiliating.
The Game praised Eminem as the greatest rapper of all time. Over the years, The Game's relationship with Eminem has been complex, a mix of admiration, competition, and controversy. Yet despite any tension, The Game has consistently shown respect for Eminem, often praising his lyrical prowess and legendary status in hip-hop.
The greatest rapper infinity all time is Eminem. But Eminem and Jay go hand in hand, man. It's just, you can't say Jay without saying Eminem because they're both collectively great artists. They've sold,
They got it all.
They got it all, man. Yeah.
M's back?
Eminem is Eminem. If you notice in hip hop, Eminem is the only rapper that nobody ever wants a problem with, including myself, man. Eminem is like the most lyrically insane. Even when I was going at 50 and me and Dre wasn't seeing eye to eye, man, I stayed away from the white dude, because he a problem. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, I don't think it's a rapper he won't slay. And you don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
He was talking about how he was going to pick fights. If he were to come at you with like a industry beef, what would you have done?
Run. Yeah, Eminem is. You don't understand. I'm a hip hop artist, and I'm one of the biggest ones in the world. You don't want a beef with Eminem. He shreds, and I ain't his best friend or nothing. I'm just saying. I understand that he can't be seen by nobody. Jay, no, everybody know. You don't mess with the white boy.
In a complex interview alongside Karol G, Selena Gomez shared that she's been a longtime fan of Eminem, with his music playing a significant role in her childhood.
Honestly, I love people who are really confident in themselves and free. I love Nicki Minaj, I love Eminem, I love Katy Perry. They're just all about being themselves, and I love that.
Go rapper. The first rapper in my life that I was super obsessed with was Eminem.
So one of mine was Eminem, only because I grew up listening to, my dad was a DJ, so he would remix all kinds of songs, and every time it was an Eminem song, I would just get so excited.
I also have one rap feature which is just finishing, and I don't want to say it in case it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's going to be huge. Yeah, a massive rap feature, and I'm really proud of it, and it's pretty incredible how I got this person on there. But yeah, we figured it out.
Is it someone that may have dropped an album a couple of days ago?
Not saying.
Is he a bag of sweets?
I'm not saying anything. But I actually, I'm not saying anything, but that album's amazing.
Redman and Eminem collaborated on the track Off the Wall, showcasing their lyrical chemistry and mutual respect. Redman has publicly praised Eminem as a top 5 NC of all time, highlighting M's lyrical prowess and his consistent ability to deliver high-level rap verses.
I respect Eminem. I highly respect Eminem. Like even when he first came out, we did a record. We was going back to back. Because I say Eminem is in that realm too. Like I rank him up there with Jay-Z, Biggie, and Nas. I said that in a major interview.
Beyonce once remarked that you don't mess with Eminem. Her comment underscored his lyrical dominance and the intimidation his talent can bring to the rap game.
Eminem dissed me. How will you revenge me?
Oh, if Eminem dissed you, what
Yes.
would we do to Eminem?
Yes.
Yeah. You don't mess with Eminem.
Yes.
I wouldn't say nothing.
On the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, Ice Cube gave Eminem his flowers, calling him one of his top 10 MCs of all time and one of the best to ever touch the mic.
Before you get out of there, I just need the legend, Ice Cube's top 5 rappers of all time.
Lord have mercy, man.
And then we can let you go.
Damn. Top 5. There's some guys that can spit. Eminem.
Thank you.
One of the best that ever touched the mic. Slim Shady. Yeah.
Cool G Rap was honored to be named by Eminem as one of his biggest influences during his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech.
Lyrically and M. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem blew you away.
Yeah. That dude was phenomenal.
What is it about Eminem's lyricism that blows G-Rap away?
It's his wordplay, it's his wittiness, how he gets it across, his attitude and his passion, his flow. It's everything. It's like he got the whole package.
Was G-Rap one of the people Eminem mentioned in that speech? Rappers?
Shouted me in the Grammys.
Cool G-Rap.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
It caught me off. I was watching the Grammys that year, and it caught me off guard. Like, oh, okay.
yeah. He's. I will say, I think that's probably my favorite thing about.
Who were you with when that happened? Whoever you was with, did you tell him after that go get you some ice cream?
That was an honor for me because I thought I thought he was crazy nice.
Yeah. Who are some that you know are also top 10?
Nas, Rakim, Kane, KRS-One, Jay-Z. You know
What about M? Do you have M in top 10 or no?
Absolutely.
M's top 10.
Yeah, because he's a lyrical beast.
Pink had always dreamed of collaborating with Eminem, and one night, after a few drinks, she boldly emailed him to ask, and to her surprise, he agreed.
And I was like, I'm just going to email Marshall, and I emailed him, and I was like, I love you. You're my favorite. You know I love you. I've always loved you ever since I got your autograph at MTV Awards in 2001. And then he wrote back, okay.
Come on. He wrote okay to you. You didn't go into full over analyzing, freaking out. Is he mad at me? Does he really want to do it?
Your brain doesn't work that fast right at night.
Okay, and after a few glasses of wine.
Yeah, you're like, this is great. And then I wrote him back. I was like, I love you. Thank you so much. I'm going to tackle you and shove your face in the dirt and kiss you on the cheek.
Rapper Ice-T has always respected Eminem, consistently acknowledging his talent, lyrical ability, and impact on hip-hop culture.
The story goes the first rap record Eminem ever heard was Reckless, because Eminem is out of control. He's something else. And to be friends with him is a great thing, because I've seen him go through his entire career from his first record all the way till now. So come on, to be able maybe to spark a light in probably one of the greatest rappers in the history of hip hop, yeah, that's wonderful. He knows I got nothing but love for him, and I know it's reciprocate.
I'm very into unique stuff. I want to get my mind blown. I want to be like, yo. I remember when I first heard Eminem, and I'm like, yo, this crazy white boy is singing about putting this girl in a trunk. What the is this? And the fact that he could really rap, that was dope. And his style was different, and it was unique, and he turned out to be a star.
So you got to be clever, and I think what Eminem figured out a way is how to be clever and say rhymes that, you
you might not even like him, but after you start listening to it, you be laughing.
People don't really like. I guess people don't see that coming, but I love Lose Yourself. And so we were in an area where we were like, I think we were in Michigan, and I just started, I started playing acoustically Lose Yourself, and I just started off with like, yo. And everybody's just like, what is happening? This is really weird. But I love a great song. I don't care what genre it's in. I don't care if it's completely opposite from what people think is, country music. And I love a great song.
Tech9 has praised Eminem multiple times, calling him a rap god and highlighting his unmatched lyrical skill, speed, and wordplay.
And to me, he's the extreme lyricist when it comes to wordplay and all that, the emotion and everything. So I would like to, a lot of people just want to hear us on a track to see who would win. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how I sound next to who I deem the best rapper.
Wow, the best rapper.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of good rappers out there, great rappers out there.
And with me and my brother Chris Calico on it already and sending our verses to M and hearing him say, man, Calico killed it. You guys killed it. That's like the best rapper telling you that. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think Nas is bigger than Eminem. Obviously Eminem is the biggest rapper of all time, statistically. You know what I'm saying? And Eminem is definitely sold more records, but as far as artistry and impact on the culture, I think they're in the same category. Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac, you know what I'm saying?
Eminem is, if I ran into him, I don't know what would happen to me. Oh my God, I think I would cry. That's why I don't want to run into him, because I won't be able to play it cool. But yeah, Eminem is amazing.
Now, you're going to tear it up this evening? Are you really going to enjoy yourself? This is a big night to party afterward.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to meeting Eminem, actually.
You want to meet Eminem?
Yeah, I want to meet Eminem. I think he's cute.
Wow.
Rakim praises his complex lyricism and has named him one of his favorite MCs.
Eminem gravitates towards you more because he's just a lyricist.
The beast. That's my man.
Brother nasty, you know what I mean? Regardless, you can't take nothing away from his thoughts and his pen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And M is nasty, man. I tell people to this day, if M was black, he'd be if M was black, he'd be the next Muhammad Ali, man.
Excluding yourself, if you had to take yourself out the equation, is there someone who you may consider to be the greatest rapper of all time?
It's a couple people. One of my favorite MCs is Eminem. There's a few cats, man, that I think could have, depending on what time they was out, could have been,
The greatest rapper alive, and probably there ever will be, is Marshall Mathers, and I swear to God I'm not saying that because I was saying that before I was signed.
In Eminem's title track from Shady 15, he refers to UFC champion Ronda Rousey as a slaughterhouse in a blouse. And when asked on Jimmy Kimmel Live whether that was meant as an insult, she replied,
So I don't know if are you aware that Eminem has referenced you in a song that just came out this week?
Yes, I'm very aware.
It's called Shady 15, and he said, I got a Magic Johnson. It's like a magic wand, allows me to not
let a blonde arouse me if Ronda Rousey was on the couch with the condoms out.
Holding 1,000 magnums at once to pounce me. I'll laugh in response to how she dances and flaunts it around me.
Flat little badonka is bouncing around, and all I see is Pauly Mullen now. She's slaughterhouse in a blouse.
All I see is Pauly Malignaggi. She's slaughterhouse in a blouse, which is maybe the greatest nickname.
Well, he's a great artist, and art isn't meant to be nice. It's meant to make you feel something.
Oh, do you think this is insulting?
I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't think it is insulting, is it?
I don't know. But I like being called a slaughterhouse in a blouse. I think that's cool, and I might not be perfect, but...
Maybe if you get him in an arm bar, he will tell you whether it was insulting or not.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Kim Kardashian was thrilled when Eminem appeared as a surprise act, catching the audience off guard with his unexpected entrance. He then delivered a powerful live performance.
Watch the show tonight?
I watched the show,
What'd you think?
He was watching movies with the kids. I thought it was amazing. I loved when Eminem came out.
Right?
I thought it was so cool that everyone knew all the words and was having such a good time.
Yeah, it was a little out of nowhere, but I appreciate that.
Although Kim Kardashian is often mocked in Eminem's songs and music videos, she always takes it in stride and remains a good sport about it.
And we were talking to Eminem, by the way, about his new video, which you're
he gives me a hard time
Kardashian.
too, but I'm such an Eminem fan.
Damn, I think Kim Kardashian's a man. She stomped him just because he asked to put his hands on a massive Gluteus Maximus again.
Now, how do you feel about Kim Kardashian being honored to be in your video?
I don't know if she's going to be honored when the
said it
record
already.
comes out. When
What?
the actual album comes out, I don't know if she's going to be honored. But
Why not?
Nah, I'm kidding. I think it's cool she took it like a good sport.
I remember I got an email from a friend of mine, and she's like, "Girl, you made it! Eminem is rapping about you."
In an interview with Angie Martinez on Hot 97, Kanye West called Eminem the greatest rapper of all time.
The scariest artist in the game right now is that the scariest artist is definitely Nicki Minaj. And I think she has the most potential out of everyone to be the #2 rapper of all time. Because nobody's going to be bigger than Eminem.
Of all time.
Yeah, of all time. So Eminem's #1 rapper of all time. And that's
When you say that,
major.
you mean as their lyrics, or you mean as sales wise?
Everything, like having a whole network one day. It's just everything, everything that comes with it. Yeah.
Despite his long-standing issues with Eminem, Irv Gotti couldn't deny his immense talent and lyrical dominance. He even admitted that Eminem out-rapped Jay-Z on their track Renegade, a rare concession given his ties to Jay and past tension with M. Gotti's acknowledgement highlighted just how undeniable Eminem's skills were, even to his critics.
Whenever Eminem gets on a record with somebody,
you're not saying he bodied Jay.
Doesn't he shot? Yes, he bodied Jay on Renegade. Eminem bodied Jay on Renegade. Let me say it again. Eminem bodied my brother Jay-Z on Renegade thoroughly. It was a thorough bodying.
One of the biggest things that he has helped me feel confident in is just being myself. Because there's a lot of people around with opinions and trying to force their ideas. Unlike all of them, he's just like, follow your instincts, be yourself. So it's nice to hear that coming from him. I think at this point, I'll always kind of have M in my corner, which is awesome.
Treach from the iconic rap group Naughty by Nature has always shown deep respect for Eminem as an MC, often praising his lyrical skill and considering him one of the greatest to ever do it.
I studied Treach, Naughty by Nature.
Treach is difficult to rap because Treach is his shit is really complicated. I just heard a new record with Treach.
I can click, clack, pat, tat. Wait, what was he say? I can click, clack, snap, rap, pat, tat, a tat, tat. Take that ass to the point you have to ask for your ass back. The f***ing Joker smoker, taunted by no one. If I was born in Shang Li's temple, I would have turned out a shogun. That song, Yoke the Joker, when that shit came out, I swear to God, I was in my peak at rap, and what I mean is when I realized this is what I want to do with my life.
Right.
And Proof came over. He brought the f***ing tape. And my world ended. I was like, oh my God, what the f*** is this? It literally, I didn't write a rap for the whole summer.
Right.
Didn't write a rap for the whole
summer. With Treach.
Yo, that dude was, he's still incredible.
I love that. I love it. I'm from the era where we never had problems with giving props due. A lot of the new age, they'll be like, it's me, I. What happened before me was before me, and after me, there's nothing, it's me. And just to hear somebody as talented and great as Eminem give props to me, man, it's just an honor to be in the same field of work and in the same genre of music that someone like that is in, that takes their hat off to me, because I do the same for him, definitely.
When Treach was asked who he wanted to collaborate with, he responded,
Eminem. I think it will never be another track like it. Hasn't been one yet. And a lot of draws that get smoked on that one. That'd be one of those records you couldn't do nothing else to, you couldn't remix it, you couldn't, me and him, take it to the next level.
50 Cent says Eminem is one of the greatest of all time because of his exceptional lyrical ability. fearless honesty in his music, and his impact in breaking barriers as a white rapper in a predominantly black genre, all while dominating the industry with massive success.
He's the only person that did things that I wanted to do. He had the Marshall Mathers LP with 23 million records sold with flags all around the plaque, and I was like, yo, I want that kind of success. And I know I had to go door to door to get it because I'm not M. See, hip hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is.
Because hip-hop culture is a black art form. It's black music. When they have a figure or you have someone that from a different ethnicity come in and he does it as well, if not better, than everybody in it, it starts to change. It loses its color. And that's why hip-hop music is now pop music. Sure, you've had other white artists. You had Vanilla Ice, but he wasn't Eminem.
Cardi B revealed in an interview that she picks Eminem over both Drake and Jay-Z.
The things that like Eminem might say, the young generation wouldn't understand. Like he probably might spit a bar and it's like, what does that mean?
Right.
So,
But if it comes up, if you think it's a battle between freestyle Eminem versus Drake, you will say Eminem will.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta have like a certain type of mind to understand sometimes what Eminem is saying. Like certain rappers, like you gotta have a certain mind to understand what type of bar they spitting.
So what you would say if you have to go with Jay-Z and Eminem?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Eminem.
Jessie Reyes was in disbelief when she found out Eminem wanted to collaborate with her on his project.
And then Eminem sees you on this Seth Meyers thing that I can barely stay up for, and boom, now you're on the Eminem album.
It's unreal. It's unbelievable. That, for example, when we heard that it was gonna happen, I didn't believe it. I was like, bullshit.
Who's lying? Right?
Who's lying? Yeah, for real. Like that, like for real. And you could ask him, like, I just don't believe it till I have it in my hand. You know what I mean? Till it's out. So until it was out and I saw my name in the credits, that's when I was like,
even after you recorded it, you were like, we gotta see it out.
We gotta see it out.
Eminem is the coach. Let me just say that is crazy, bro. My name is was stupid. I'd rather be carried inside the cemetery than buried alive. Like just that, like the way he put shit together, bro, is that's who nobody wanna with, yo. That is crazy.
According to Willie D, even if Eminem is considered a guest in the house of hip hop, he is an exceptionally important one.
And Eminem is an important ass guest. If he is a guest in the house of hip hop, he's a very important guest. This mother got the keys to the house. He ain't got the, you know what I'm saying? He cool when the owner leave. You cool, man. You cool. Just don't tear the shit up. You good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like that. In fact, M's so cool, he can invite guests. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it is.
Well, I mean, in the song, he started naming all the rappers that he influenced, like Kendrick Lamar, Logic, J. Cole.
Don't tell me about the culture. I inspired the Hobsons, the Logics, the Coles, the Sean's, the Chaos, the...
And he also talked about how he brought the world 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Brought the world 50 Cent. You did squat, piss and moan, but I'm not gonna fall.
Because 50 Cent was originally signed to Shady Aftermath.
You got to give him his credit. He did that. Eminem has contributed. He has made a mammoth contribution to hip hop. So you can't take that away from him.
DJ Vlad recently caught up with Corrupt, asking him about being name-dropped by Eminem on Till I Collapse. Corrupt responded with deep respect, saying he was already a fan of M's work long before the shoutout, and felt truly honored to be recognized by someone he considers one of the greatest.
Eminem had a song called Till I Collapse. Mm-hmm. And he had a line in that song. He said, got a list. Here's the order of my list. And then it goes. Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie. He put you between Jada and Nas.
I love him.
M is so humble, you know what I'm saying? And to be on that list, man, I'm just, because he didn't have to say that.
Well, he actually
could
said,
have
and then
anything,
me.
you know.
So
Right,
he said
and
Jada,
he put
Corrupt,
himself at the-
Nas,
I love it.
and then me. He's saying that you're better than him.
Right. I wouldn't say that. He was saying that on his list, this is his favorite, and then it's him. You know what I'm saying? But he's a murderer of MCs. We are MCs, and when a real MC make it, he'll always recognize another MC. And when he's on top and that MC isn't, he'll always give that shout to that MC, one way or another. And that's why, you know, you gotta love him, because I love him to death.
Like when I rap with Eminem, I know I gotta be the way up, cause this ain't playing.
He like bred for that shit, man.
He make you go hard. Then he the type of nigga that when you finish the song, he'll go back in and change and do 4 more bars. You be like, you cheating, man. Why you get 4 more bars, Eminem? You already done cut my head off. Now you going in for 4 more bars? And he just like, God damn it, Marshall, you bad. I'm glad you're on my team.
Billie Eilish was once afraid of Eminem as a kid, but she eventually came to admire and enjoy his music.
I was scared of Eminem my whole life. Always. Dude, terrified.
Which is really childish and silly, but I'm really like this. I'm giving nightmares to Billie Eilish.
That dude freaked the out of me. Oh my God.
Really? When are we going to make a movie together?
No.
I'll set up the tripod and make sure the night vision is on. Oh, baby, yes. Oh, baby.
In an interview, Charlemagne asked Kendrick Lamar if being compared to Eminem felt like a compliment or an insult. Without hesitation, Kendrick responded with deep respect, saying Eminem is one of the greatest to ever do it. From Kendrick's tone, it was clear. Being compared to M was nothing but an honor.
You try to sound like Eminem, and I know he's an influence of yours. Is that a compliment or an insult? Because no rapper wants to be considered an imitator.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment because I'm a student of the game first before I jump to any type of booth. You know what I'm saying? I know my history well, you know, from Eminem albums to Pac albums to Dre to Snoop. So, you know, if they hear elements and different pieces like that, then, you know, so be it. Because Eminem is, you know, one of the greatest of all time. And nobody can take that from him. Mm-hmm. I can't take it. New artists can't take it. No, nothing. That boy wordplay is out of this world.
Many fans argue that No Love is one of the rare collaborations where Eminem didn't clearly outshine his counterpart, as Lil Wayne delivered a standout verse that matched M's intensity and lyrical skill. Unlike most of M's features where he dominates, this track is often seen as a true lyrical showdown between two elite MCs.
Did a bunch of joints with M, man. That's my man. You already know.
That's very interesting.
M had used that Jay-Z moment.
Yo, let me
that
just
Jay lied about, that he talking about he had to go talk to himself and look himself in the mirror. But that moment, M had
You're
be like
probably
that.
the only person that did a record with M that they said that M didn't body. How do you feel about that? Because everyone that M get on a record with, they say he body.
Now,
I have never heard him say that about you.
I can humbly say I expected that, because when you get on a joint, that's like a championship game. Yeah, and you win it, and they ask you, how do you feel? Did you feel you was going? Yeah, I came in with my game plan, and I expected my game plan to work. Yeah, so M is, when you send a song to M, I attacked it like that, like, nah, you're not. You're just not. Right. You're not gonna do me this. You're not gonna do me this, and so I'm gonna put it all out there. Either we gonna be right here with it and just make a beautiful, wonderful, great song, but you ain't gonna do me that. And so that's what we did. Yeah, we just made a wonderful, great song. I ain't hear nobody ever say nobody body each other, nothing like that. I just made sure that he ain't body me. That boy is a monster.
The first thing I said to Eminem was, I looked up at him and I said, "You are so cool." Like, nah, I'm not that cool. And I was like, oh my God, he's so cool.
Jessica Alba once ran into Eminem while they were both working out at the same gym in Miami. She was surprised by how down-to-earth and focused he was, saying he kept to himself and stayed dedicated to his routine.
I was in Miami and I was going, it was like New Year's when everyone used to go to Miami for New Year's. Yeah. And he was working out and I was working out and it was the first time I ever like really met him, and it was just like me and him. And I was already in the song.
Yesterday Canava tried to pull a me because I told him Jessica Albert's my wife to be. This rock star is a life for me.
And it was so, I didn't know what to say. It was very awkward, but I do like his music too. He's really good.
Did y'all speak?
Lyricist. I think it was like, hi.
Brittany Murphy openly expressed her admiration for Eminem, calling him incredibly talented and charismatic. She also playfully hinted at a possible romance between them during interviews, sparking rumors that they were more than just co-stars.
But there was an actual relationship, more than friends, is what you're saying.
Sure.
You're friends now?
Sure.
Yeah.
I adore him, and I have nothing but wonderful memories. And he's a wonderful father, and very loving, and one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life or seen, and an avid professional. And he's a genius, you know, and funny as the day is long.
All right. You want me to change the subject, don't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hip-hop pioneer Grandmaster Caz has stated that he places Eminem in a category all by himself due to his exceptional lyrical ability.
You say 10, and then we can expand.
Okay, so let's say 10.
All right, so let's start from the beginning. Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Cool G Rap, Melly Mel, Jadakiss, and there's room for one more.
Eminem?
M. Yes. Yes. I thought you excluded M.
Well, from the new rapper conversation, I excluded him, but this is from the
M. Definitely. That's my 10.
How would you place Eminem in comparison with the other 9?
I put him in his own world, in his own category. Eminem is somebody who, you talk about lyricist, he's beyond lyricist. He's a lyricist. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
He's a lyricist. He goes that far beyond what just a good person writing rhymes will do. And with all that, still have it come out clear, you know what I mean? Funny, he injects, make you think, you know what I mean? All kind of different things. He's just a consummate writer and innovator, you know what I mean, as far as lyrics and how you say lyrics and how you write lyrics, man. He just, you know, you can tell he puts in work. He puts in work to what he does.
You know, like I remember seeing this interview recently with 50 Cent, and he said, you know, hip hop is a black art form, but 50 feels that Eminem just does it better than everybody else.
Hip hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is.
You agree?
I think he writes rhymes better than everybody else. You said hip hop.
Okay, rap.
Okay.
So
I don't know about the rest of his hip hop acumen,
Right.
but I
in
know
terms of
lyrically,
rap,
and you know what I mean? He's a genius.
Eminem discovered Dido's song Thank You and was so captivated by its haunting melody that he sampled it for his track Stan, without altering much of her vocals. When Dido first heard the final version, she was shocked by how powerful and emotional the song turned out, praising Eminem's storytelling and the unexpected brilliance of the collaboration.
I got a call and closely followed by a CD with sent to me. I was in New York at the time with this, you know, they said, oh, Eminem sampled the song, and I'm thinking, I wonder what's happening, you know, I mean, because I was actually a huge Eminem fan, but I was sort of like, I wonder what he's done, you know. And we put it on. I was with a couple of friends of mine who were visiting, and we put it on in the hotel room, and I was listening to the lyrics. I was just like, this is amazing. I mean, I just think his lyrics on that song are absolutely brilliant. You know, he's, to me, the ultimate storyteller, you know, and I was just like, this is great. And then I, you know, didn't think too much more about it, and we just sort of got on with the tour, and then just suddenly everything completely exploded. It was definitely quite a leap and quite a shock. But I think what was great and why it didn't fully register was because I was just fully into a tour at that point. So you don't really notice too much of what's going on, you know. I'd sort of, and so I was just getting on with that, but definitely it was like, whoa, what just happened? I mean, and I was not prepared for it in any way whatsoever, and actually would never be.
You were kind of surprised that Eminem had you on his top 5 list.
Yeah.
Why did that surprise you so much?
I mean,
well, obviously because it is Eminem, I get that, but
yeah.
You're also Jadakiss.
Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just a humble person, you know what I mean? A big iconic figure like Eminem to, you know, acknowledge my work is a beautiful thing.
When Eminem first burst onto the scene, Fat Joe was one of the artists who immediately recognized his talent. In interviews over the years, Joe has openly praised M's lyrical ability, calling him one of the greatest to ever do it. He said that even back then, Eminem's skill level was undeniable. His rhyme patterns, delivery, and wordplay were on a whole different level.
Hip-hop at the time Eminem came out more than ever was more biased and more racial than ever.
Right.
There's no way hip-hop would have gave it up to a white boy unless he was phenomenal. And when he came out, he was so nasty.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. Did not want it was a lot of I didn't give him the smoke when he came out.
Right.
We are hip-hop. We know hip-hop. They would have never gave that lane right there, Eminem. He was phenomenal.
Eminem is an artist of class, and I knew if he sent me a record, there must be something to it. It couldn't just be, oh, duh, she was in that relationship, so we have to get her. It was really a deep song, and the lyrics were so deep, so beautiful and intense, and it's something that I understood, something that I connected with, which made me think it was a hit. And I want to be a part of a hit, so of course I couldn't say no to Eminem.
Even global superstars like Nicki Minaj and Rihanna were taken aback when Eminem expressed interest in working with them. Despite their own massive success, both artists were genuinely shocked and humbled that one of the greatest rappers of all time wanted to collaborate.
I don't know if I should send it. When I sent it, like, that's when he picked up the phone.
Wow. And said what?
He said, yo, man, you know, I mean, I was feeling the first one, but, you know, it wasn't me, but, you know, and I was literally sitting there, like, and I swear I did this on the phone with Eminem, usually I can compose myself, but with him, I said, so does that mean you're gonna do it? And he was like, yeah. Like, he's real calm. He got that real, like, sexy, smooth kind of swag, but he was so detailed. Like, he was so descriptive when he spoke to me, like, you know, what he liked and what he wanted to implement. And I mean, we went back and forth with it for a really long time because we had one hook, we had to change it because of clearance issues, and he still made it work. And I still, even right now, I'm in shock. I just don't even believe that he gave me that much time.
He still delivered a crazy verse on that.
Crazy verse. Yeah. Something is wrong with Eminem. I mean, he has so much in his mind that I almost feel lucky for him that he has music. I feel like he has so much in his head that music is such a great release for him. He's one of my favorite artists. Absolutely.
All his old shit, that's like a part of who I am. I wouldn't be who I am without Eminem's music.
Big Daddy Kane has shown strong admiration for Eminem, describing him as a true student of hip-hop and commending his deep knowledge and serious dedication to the culture.
Who is hip-hop's Kobe Bryant, in your opinion?
I don't know. What's the generation after Jay? I don't know. Would it be Eminem?
Oh.
Maybe
I like that one.
Maybe M?
I like that one. Real MCs holding on to the art.
That's real. Hey,
I love it.
That one. I wasn't expecting that answer. That's pretty good.
Top 3 lyricists of all time. I would say myself, Rakim, and KRS. But you know, I mean, to be honest with you, someone that says myself, Rakim, KRS, Nas, Cool G Rap, Biggie, Jay-Z, Eminem, Big Pun. I'm not mad at any of that, because I mean, I think those are just lyrical geniuses who I just named.
Eminem has a unique style, but I didn't really see how it resembled mine. Like if anything, I would think flow wise, it kind of resembled more Busta. That's just my opinion, you know. Like flow wise, I mean, you know. But when we just did this interview just recently, and he was talking to me about my rhymes, then I was sitting there like, okay, I get it now. I get it. Yeah. But I mean, M is a beautiful brother, man, because I mean, nothing goes over his head, man. Nothing goes over his head. Like, I mean, he's a student of the game that studies it like a scientist that's pouring little drops of stuff in. Yeah, he studies it thoroughly. You know, I mean, and it was a good conversation we had. You know, I mean, yeah, he's real deep into hip hop.
Have you ever heard when Eminem is on YouTube? Eminem, Tony Touch had LL Cool J on his radio show on Sirius, and Eminem called up pretending to be an LL Cool J fan. And
Shay 45, you on the air, caller? Who's this? Hello?
Yo, this is Jason, man.
All right, Jay, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Miami.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, I just, you know, I've been a diehard LL fan, you know, since the first album. And I just want to know if I could play like a little name that tune kind of thing with LL, you know, if I like rap some of his lyrics and see if, you know, if he can guess what song they're from.
Woo, man. Boy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Try it. Go ahead. I'll try. I'll play the game with you. Why not?
All right.
LL, I'm your biggest fan. He started doing LL's rhymes back to LL.
Check it out. Bring on the moles and
Eat 'em up, L. Chill. Yeah, that's eat 'em up.
Hold your nose, dead bodies all around. I'll leave scratch marks under the tears of a clown. I write rhymes that shine like lipstick. So much material, but not materialistic.
Imperial styles are used. Yo, that was crazy. That's eat 'em up. Eat 'em up, L. Yeah, that was crazy.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got one more for you.
All right, let's do it.
But as if he was LL, and LL was like, yo, B, yo, you got the voice. Like, you should maybe take this rap seriously.
I got one more.
All right.
3 years ago in St. Albans, Queens, I was rocking at a park called 118. Little kids stood and watched as I rocked the spot. Didn't know years later I'd be standing on top. Little Farmers Boulevard, I was born in Bayshore. Snob the rich and shake hands with the poor. And this is the story about a brother I know, co-creator on the fader. Now watch him go.
Yeah. Yo, let's go, co-creator, go.
Damn.
I can't believe you. And you sound good saying them joints. Like, sound hot. Like, I'm trying to sit here like front, but yo, you sound hot saying the joints. Like, damn, B. That sound like you need to write some bars, homie.
And then everybody realized it was M on the call.
Well, you do sound good, man. Yo, where you calling from, man? Who's this, man?
This is Jason from Miami, man.
Yo, sound good, baby, and definitely, you know, you brought back a lot of memories with those songs, man.
Good looking out, yo.
One love, Jason.
I got a song I wrote myself. Can I drop a little something?
Yeah. Let's hear it. All right, go ahead. Let's hear your joint.
All right, cool. This is one I wrote myself. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. This vomit on
All right, man. I love it, B.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall Mathers on the phone, CEO Shea 45.
What's up, baby? How you, man?
What's up, man?
Yo, man, everything is beautiful, man. You sound good on there, man. Yeah, everything's good.
Man, I've been a fan forever.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah, I definitely got to. That's crazy.
Yeah.
LL Cool J shared that while working on Murdergram Do with Eminem, they reported their verses separately at Dr. Dre's studio. He laid down his part first, then Eminem listened, wrote his verse, and recorded it, with both meeting in the booth only at the very end.
This next song is a joint I did with Eminem. The
last one.
Murdergram. It's called Murdergram Do. I had a song on Mama Said Knock You Out called Murdergram. So I said, you know what? We're gonna do a song together. And when Q-Tip made the beat, I was sitting there and he was going, he was playing that beat. I was like, yo, Tip, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, me and M would be crazy on here. He's like, yeah. yeah, definitely, big bro. I said, so yo, so I hit M, I call M, I'm like, yo, I think I got a joint. He's like, oh, he sent it to me. So I sent him the song just to hear the beat. Once he heard the beat and he agreed to do it, then we went in the studio. And what we actually did was, me and M actually went to Dr. Dre's studio and recorded it out in LA. We went together in the studio. And the way the process is I would write my rhyme.
Okay.
Right? Then I would lay it. Then I would leave. He would come in. He would hear it. I would leave. He would write his rhyme. He would record. I would and we went back and forth in the booth without seeing each other record until we did the very last thing together where I kind of come together with him a little bit, with the Veni Vidi Vici stomping them, making them bonkers. There's one line where I came in the room and we kind of worked out the last parts.
When I first met him was the night before the video shoot, and I was excited obviously because the song had been out for ages and I'd never met him, and he sampled the record, and other people have sampled my records, but I particularly like the track Stan. I just think it's great. So I was excited because I was a fan, and I just had a feeling that most of what I'd read about him, the silly stuff, was complete crap anyway, do you know what I mean? And he just immediately was nice. And I think what also struck me was how nice all the people around him are.
Busta Rhymes considers Eminem one of the greatest MCs ever due to his unmatched lyrical skill, complex wordplay, fearless honesty, and incredible versatility as a rapper.
I was introduced to Eminem music on the 1998 Smoke and Groove tour with Fugees out there, myself, Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, Nas.
Stacked
Do this
lineup.
tour,
Powerful tour.
and Wyclef tells me to come on his tour bus. And at the time, we all had started to really build like the crazy latest state-of-the-art studios on our tour bus. So I get on the bus. He has a 6-song EP of Eminem, and I think by the 3rd song, I was losing my mind so much as I was coming up the stairs to get on the bus. I couldn't even make it onto the bus because I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So as you enter the tour bus and you're right on the stairs, in between the stairway and then you make the turn to go into the bus, I'm wilding out so much at the entrance of the bus that I broke the windshield of the tour bus on Wyclef's bus with my head.
What?
And that was probably like a couple $1,000 to repair. But the thing about it is, for me, when your music is that compelling that you don't even have time to think, you just react, it's instinctual, that's when you know that the music is touching your soul. And at that point, I fell in love with Eminem from that day and has held him in one of the highest regards as probably one of the most profound wordsmiths and lyrical masters of the microphone. Period.
Tony Yayo believes Eminem is the greatest of all time because of his unmatched lyrical ability, storytelling, and global impact. In interviews, Tony often highlights how Eminem came from a tough background, battled his way through Detroit's underground scene, and earned respect through pure skill. He praises Eminem's technical rap skills, saying no one can match his wordplay, flow, and rhyme schemes. He also emphasizes Eminem's influence, how he broke barriers for white rappers, stayed true to hip-hop, and remained one of the best-selling artists ever. For Yayo, M's authenticity, consistency, and lyrical dominance make him the greatest of all time.
Eminem sold 16 million records. Diamond. 16 million. Be like Lord Jamal and them. Eminem's whack.
Guess what? Motherfuckers still ain't listening to that in the hood. Nobody came to me in the hood and was like, yo, I just heard this Eminem song where he went at you. No, they gotta read about it on Media Takeout and shit like that. Because again, my point is proven, nobody listens to your f***ing shit.
Right. He sold 16 million records.
Well, Dr. Dre, he said, I think Eminem is the best MC, point blank, period. Of course, there are going to be arguments about that because he's a white guy, but I don't think anyone that's rapping can touch Eminem on that microphone.
I think he's the best MC ever. I mean, point blank, period. Of course, there are going to be arguments about that because he's a white guy. You know, I don't think anyone that's rapping can touch Eminem on that microphone.
Let's streams. Eminem sold 16 million hard copies worldwide. He's the biggest artist worldwide, bro. Hands down.
Living artist?
Yes. In the hip hop world.
In the hip hop world, yeah.
In the hip hop world, he's the biggest artist worldwide. Thank you. I'm not gonna say nobody's numbers, but you know it's
okay.
Hold on.
Would you say that Drake?
Brad, you gotta let me stop.
Okay, go ahead.
He's the biggest artist worldwide. I would say 50 is he gotta be the second biggest artist worldwide. G-Unit has to be one of the biggest groups worldwide. Then said G-Unit is the caviar of hip hop rap groups overseas.
Jay-Z has publicly expressed his respect for Eminem's rhyme cadence, calling it unmatched and saying, it's like his syncopation is incredible.
Or you can be someone, you know, like Eminem and just have amazing cadence. And like, it's like almost like the syncopation. And like, I sit back with this act, this act, this back, and this act, this Z. And, you know, you almost become it's percussion.
The debate about who the greatest rapper of all time is often brings up Eminem, and one key reason is his performance on the song Renegade with Jay-Z. This track, from Jay-Z's 2001 album, The Blueprint, is legendary in hip-hop circles, not just because of its quality, but because many believe Eminem outshined Jay-Z on his own song. This moment is so talked about because Jay-Z is one of the most respected, consistent, and successful rappers ever. So for Eminem, a white rapper from Detroit, to go bar for bar with Jay-Z and arguably do it better was a huge deal. His verse was more technical, emotionally intense, and lyrically complex. This sparked a wider conversation. If Eminem could outperform Jay-Z, arguably at his peak, on one of the most critically acclaimed rap albums ever, does that make him the better rapper? For many fans, it proved Eminem's skill wasn't hype. He could hold his own or even surpass the best in the game.
You know, and you could put either one, you could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he will eat that alive. Right now, if you had them prepare themselves in whatever way they would have to prepare themselves to come to battle, and I bet what I have, everything I have, that meatloaf, we put you right there. And any other competition that we would put these artists in, he's obviously surpassed them. You know, there's points that they'll match, like M and J at points. That was Live Nation. Because he sold his touring career to Live Nation, they got to keep him hot enough to go get their money back. So they match him up with him, put them together, because he had momentum connected to his relationship with Beyoncé and his record with Alicia. It makes sense. It makes sense that it's the Detroit, New York show, but it only makes sense to me because of business. It makes sense because him sold like 60 million records more than him. You put them there like they're equals. It's tough for me to say some of this. I sound like a hater, but I don't care.